The shocking news: a hypothetical Mahomes departure. Imagine a world where the NFL is rocked by the unthinkable. Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs superstar quarterback, announces his departure. The news would break the internet, with fans, analysts, and media scrambling to process the bombshell. Social media platforms like X would explode with reactions ranging from disbelief to despair, with hashtags like #MahomesWatch trending instantly. Initial reports might cite a trade request, a contract dispute, or even personal reasons, but the lack of clarity would fuel rampant speculation. What could lead to such a seismic shift? Theories might include stalled contract negotiations, despite Mahomes' 2024 restructuring that freed up $22 million in cap space. Perhaps a desire for a new challenge after years of dominance, or off-field factors like family considerations could be at play. For Chiefs fans, the emotional toll would be immense. Die-hard supporters, accustomed to Super Bowl contention, would face a future clouded with uncertainty, questioning the team's identity without its cornerstone. Diving deeper, analyzing the hypothetical move. From the Chiefs' perspective, an official statement would likely emphasize gratitude for Mahomes' contributions while outlining a forward-looking strategy. Behind closed doors, the front office would grapple with replacing a generational talent. Trade scenarios could involve blockbuster deals, with teams like the Miami Dolphins, New York Jets, or even the San Francisco 49ers offering multiple first-round picks and players. The Chiefs would gain assets but lose the heart of their offense, forcing a rebuild around unproven talent. Mahomes' legacy in Kansas City would remain untarnished. With 3 Super Bowl titles, multiple AFC championship appearances, and countless highlight reel plays, he redefined the quarterback position. His departure would mark the end of an era, but his impact, on the field and in the community, would endure. The future without Mahomes. A Mahomes-less Chiefs team would face daunting challenges. Potential replacements, like a young draft pick or a veteran bridge quarterback, would struggle to fill his shoes. The offense, built around Mahomes' improvisational brilliance, might shift to a more conservative scheme, impacting players like Travis Kelce. The 2025 season could see the Chiefs fall from AFC contenders to wildcard hopefuls, with analysts predicting a 9-8 or 10-7 record at best. For Mahomes, a new chapter would begin. Landing with a contender could elevate his new team to Super Bowl favorites, while a rebuilding franchise might test his ability to carry a roster. His legacy as one of the NFL's greatest quarterbacks would remain secure, but his departure from Kansas City would spark debates about loyalty and legacy. Beyond the headlines, the bigger picture. Mahomes' hypothetical departure would reshape the NFL landscape. Rivals like the Buffalo Bills or Cincinnati Bengals could seize the AFC's power vacuum, while the Chiefs' trade haul might accelerate a rebuild. The move would also highlight the growing trend of superstar mobility, with players like Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson setting precedents. Teams might rethink long-term contracts, prioritizing flexibility over loyalty. For the Chiefs, the long-term outlook would hinge on general manager Brett Veach's ability to leverage trade assets. A savvy draft strategy and coaching adjustments from Andy Reid could return Kansas City to contention within a few years, though replicating Mahomes' magic would be near impossible. Call to action: what's next? This hypothetical scenario underscores Mahomes' unparalleled value to the Chiefs and the NFL. While purely speculative, it invites reflection on the fragility of dynasties and the unpredictability of sports. Chiefs fans, what are your thoughts? How would you cope with a Mahomes departure? Share your predictions on X or in the comments below. Looking ahead, the real 2025 season looms with intrigue. Will the Chiefs rebound from their Super Bowl loss, or will roster challenges signal a decline? Stay tuned for a season of surprises, rivalries, and redemption. Mahomes' legacy: what if he never left? The 2022 NFL Draft, a turning point. In 2017, the Kansas City Chiefs made a franchise-altering decision during the NFL Draft, trading up from the 27th to the 10th overall pick to select Texas Tech quarterback Patrick Mahomes. This bold move, orchestrated by general manager Brett Veach and head coach Andy Reid, signaled a commitment to building a dynasty, even with veteran Alex Smith still leading the team. The 2017 draft was stacked with quarterback talent. Josh Allen went to the Buffalo Bills, Lamar Jackson to the Baltimore Ravens, and Baker Mayfield to the Cleveland Browns. Each has carved out a notable career, but none have matched Mahomes' meteoric rise. The Chiefs' decision to invest in Mahomes was a gamble that paid off spectacularly. Smith's steady presence allowed Mahomes to develop as a backup in his rookie year, absorbing Reid's offensive genius. By 2018, Mahomes was the starter, and the NFL would never be the same. But what if the Chiefs hadn't made that trade? What if Mahomes had landed elsewhere? What if Mahomes went elsewhere? Mahomes was a top prospect, lauded for his arm strength, improvisational flair, and football IQ. Had the Chiefs not traded up, several teams with early picks could have snagged him. Let's explore 3 hypothetical destinations and their potential impact on Mahomes and the NFL. Cleveland Browns, number 1 overall pick. The Browns, perennial strugglers in 2017, selected Myles Garrett first overall but could have pivoted to Mahomes. Pairing Mahomes with a franchise desperate for stability might have been a double-edged sword. His talent could have elevated Cleveland, potentially delivering a playoff berth by 2019. However, the Browns' dysfunctional coaching carousel and weak offensive line might have stifled his growth, forcing Mahomes to play hero ball in a poorly constructed system. Cleveland might have become a wild card contender, but without Andy Reid's mentorship, Mahomes' ceiling could have been lower. New York Jets, number 6 overall pick. The Jets, who drafted safety Jamal Adams, were another quarterback-needy team. Mahomes in New York would have faced intense media scrutiny and a roster lacking offensive weapons. Still, his playmaking could have transformed the Jets into a gritty, competitive team by 2020, possibly challenging the Patriots' AFC East dominance. The Jets' coaching instability, however, might have hindered long-term success, and Mahomes could have been traded by 2023, reshaping the AFC's power dynamics. Buffalo Bills, number 10 pick, pre-Chiefs trade. If the Chiefs hadn't traded up, the Bills, who later selected Tre'Davious White, might have taken Mahomes at number 10. In Buffalo, Mahomes would have paired with a stout defense and an ascending roster. Under Sean McDermott's steady leadership, he could have thrived, potentially leading the Bills to a Super Bowl by 2021. This scenario would have left Josh Allen elsewhere, perhaps Cleveland or Baltimore, creating a ripple effect across the AFC. In each case, Mahomes' presence would have elevated his team, but the Chiefs' unique combination of Reid's coaching, a strong offensive line, and weapons like Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce maximized his potential. Without Kansas City's infrastructure, Mahomes might still be a star, but his 3 Super Bowl rings, 2020, 2023, 2024, and multiple MVP awards might not have materialized. The Chiefs' struggles without Mahomes. Without Mahomes, the Chiefs' trajectory would have been drastically different. Alex Smith, a reliable but limited quarterback, led Kansas City to a 10-6 record in 2017. Had the Chiefs not drafted Mahomes, they might have leaned on Smith for another year or two before seeking a new quarterback in later drafts. Options like Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold could have been targets, but none possessed Mahomes' transcendent talent. The Chiefs' Super Bowl victories in 2020, 2023, and 2024 were fueled by Mahomes' brilliance. Without him, Kansas City likely would have remained a playoff contender under Reid, but struggled to overcome AFC powerhouses like the Patriots or Ravens. The high-octane offense that defined the Chiefs' identity, averaging 29.2 points per game from 2018 to 2024, would have been replaced by a more conservative approach, potentially yielding 8 to 9 win seasons and occasional wild-card berths. The absence of Mahomes would have left Kansas City as a middling franchise, far from the dynasty it became. Mahomes' impact on the league. Mahomes' arrival in 2018 ushered in a new era of offensive football. His no-look passes, sidearm throws, and ability to extend plays redefined the quarterback position. Defenses, once built to stop pocket passers, now had to account for his improvisational wizardry, leading to innovations like two-high safety schemes and hybrid linebacker roles. Offensively, coaches adopted Reid's spread concepts, emphasizing pre-snap motion and deep shots, as seen in teams like the Miami Dolphins and Philadelphia Eagles. Mahomes inspired a generation of quarterbacks. Young stars like Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert cite his influence, emulating his fearless playstyle. His success also shifted NFL roster-building philosophies, with teams prioritizing mobile, creative quarterbacks over traditional pocket passers. The 2020s became the Mahomes era, where offensive output soared. League-wide scoring rose from 21.7 points per game in 2017 to 24.8 in 2024, per NFL data. Beyond statistics, Mahomes changed the NFL's cultural landscape. His charisma, work ethic, and clutch performances made him a global ambassador for the sport, boosting the NFL's international appeal. Posts on X from 2024 highlight fans calling him the face of the league, a testament to his outsized influence. Mahomes' legacy, an unwritten story. The Chiefs' success with Mahomes, 3 Super Bowls, 6 straight AFC Championship appearances, 2018 to 2023, and a 2024 repeat, cemented his legacy as one of the NFL's all-time greats. But this what-if scenario reveals the role of luck and circumstance in his story. Had Mahomes landed in Cleveland, New York, or Buffalo, his career might have followed a different arc, altering the NFL's competitive balance. The Chiefs' dynasty, the AFC's power structure, and even the evolution of offensive football could look unrecognizable. This hypothetical exercise underscores the impact of a single player. Mahomes transformed Kansas City from a perennial contender into a juggernaut, redefined quarterback play, and